The strength of a thriving democracy lies in its people's ability to speak for themselves and to themselves, to agree or to disagree on public policy or with their public officers, to question issues, to hold opinions even when they are wrong, as long as they are not violating anyone's rights. Democracy is for the mature. It's accommodating different opinions within the same space. It's holding the ideals of free speech sacred. The Protection from Internet Falsehood and Other Manipulations Bill, better known as the Anti-Social Media Bill, threatens the ideals of a democratic country, and you should speak against it. On its surface, the Anti-Social Media Bill seems like a good way of sanitizing social media and ensuring the reduction of falsehoods till you study it in detail and examine its content. But in reality, the main contents of the bill compromise the values of the Nigerian Constitution, which recognizes in Section 39, subsection 1 and 2, that every person should be entitled to freedom of expression, including freedom to hold opinions and to receive and impart ideas and information without interference. 2. Every person shall be entitled to own, establish, and operate any medium for the dissemination of information, ideas, and opinions. What does this bill say? The bill provides that false statements include those that could be prejudicial to the security of Nigeria or any part of Nigeria, or be prejudicial to public safety, public tranquility, or public finances, put speech in the ambiguous confines of public security, which could literally mean anything. It also allows itself to lay the burden of economy outcomes on citizens who dare to express their opinions, demand accountability, or dissent to policies. It will criminalize those who make statements that influence the outcome of an election to any office in a general election or referendum, which means that political opponents will be automatic criminals, or as it states in another subsection, influences the outcome of an election to the office of president, a general election of members of parliament, a by-election of a member of parliament, or a referendum. This will not only stifle the right to political participation and valid criticisms of the government, but also censor expression of dissenting and unpopular content, which are crucial to the survival of a democratic society. That's not all. Statements that diminish public confidence in the performance of any duty or function of or in the exercise of any power by the government, an organ of state, a statutory board, which means it will become dangerous for you to call out politicians and government to demand good governance or speak out against corrupt or despotic leadership. The regulations provided for under the bill gives extensive powers to law enforcement departments, which paves way for arbitrariness. These powers will allow them to cut off your internet access or block specific social media platforms, for example, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Twitter, without recourse to the courts. The Law Enforcement Department may direct the NCC, Nigerian Communications Commission, to order the Internet Access Service Provider to disable access by users in Nigeria to the online location, and the NCC must give the Internet Access Service Provider access blocking order. Aside this, the bill attempts to out the constitutionally guaranteed powers of the court to hear infringement of fundamental human rights matters under Section 45 of the Nigeria Constitution. All the forms of regulations proposed are not only in gross violation of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria, they are contrary to obligations Nigeria has committed to under international law. It also provides that you cannot have direct access to the courts until after you have first applied to the police for a decision, giving the police so much power that they may decide to suspend making a decision on your application indefinitely, thereby permanently barring you from the courts. Don't think that this will affect only activists. It will impact comedians, musicians, artists, writers, dissatisfied citizens, whistleblowers, religious leaders, imams, and pastors. We will all equally live under the shadows of this law. While the internet is not the perfect medium, it democratizes information. It allows for citizens to vent their true feelings. It provides platforms for debates and dissent. It helps to amplify calls for transparency and accountability in governance. It enables public discourse and freedom of opinions, all necessary ingredients for a truly democratic society. Besides, these are laws that protect against the wrongful use of free speech. There are laws against slander and libel. There is also the Cybercrime Act of 2015, which already makes laws against the abuse of the cyberspace. Why isn't government implementing those laws? Why are they focusing on this new bill with suspicious provisions? More importantly, who will this law protect? A few people in government who are already very powerful, or the masses? Government has nothing to fear if they play by the rules of democracy and provide good governance. It is therefore our duty as citizens to stand up and resist this draconian bill.